Welcome back to my channel. I got 4 cube steaks in here. First, we're going to use some garlic salt. Put some in there like that on top. This is Slap Your Mama seasoning. Like that. When it's mostly done, you'll see what I do towards the end where I make a homemade gravy with it. This is McCormick's 1 sheet pan bourbon pork tenderloin vegetables. I usually take that even though it says for one thing. And I always use it as seasoning on different meats or vegetables. You'll see what I'm going to do with it outside of this. We're going to sprinkle, it on the meat, like so. Then we're going to take some basil leaves. Sorry, I have to open it, guys. Sprinkle it generously. That.
Look, I have to tell you something. I'm gonna need you to sit down and tell you what it is. I'm not even sure if I should tell you. Whatever it is,
Take your packet of sazon.
while you were away, your dad came by the house. What? What are you talking about? My dad was here. Today. Yeah. And he talked to my dad for like a while, and then he just left. What do you want? What did he say? I don't know. But my dad doesn't even know that I know. In fact, he lied about why we had to postpone the racetrack. He said it was a business. So how do you know it's my pops?
Nine.
Hold up. I didn't want to read that. Bro, I don't want to read that. I just want to... I want to close the door on this whole situation, so just... I know. That wish isn't going to come true. Your dad's here. Mine is finished for answers. This filter has all the answers.
This is the gravy that I had already made. Homemade beef gravy that I've already made previously. But we're going to thin it out a little bit of it sitting. So I'll tell you the different stuff I used for it. But first things first, you want to also take some balsamic vinaigrette dressing. Do a couple of little drizzles over each piece of meat. I have 4 in there right now. You don't want too much of the soy sauce. I have Berman's traditionally brewed all-purpose soy sauce. Just a tiny bit, because there is soy sauce in my homemade gravy, so you don't want to use much. I'm gonna make some sweet peas.
can have a second chance.
Sympathetic fun.
That deserves sympathy.
So as you can see,
Understand?
we have it cooking. I'm putting in a small pan 2 little things of salted stick butter. Open your can of sweet peas and drain a tiny bit of the water. You don't need to drain it all, but drain some of it. Then you want to add a tiny bit of butter to the top of it. You're not doing full tablespoons, you're just doing 2 tiny little. Take your little butter knife and just take it off. I have my sugar in a container like this. It's just regular white sugar. You want 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. Because you'll see the ingredients I'm putting in. So the sugar and the seasonings I put in, the sugar balances out the savory, so it makes it the perfect combination of sweet and savory. I put some garlic in there, just a tiny sprinkle, just enough to go lightly around. I add some slap your mama, tiny, 1 little sprinkle. And then some balsamic vinaigrette. You want literally 1 drizzle across like that and 1 drizzle across like that. 2 like small little drizzles. Then take another sazon pack. You don't want a whole sazon and pack it into the vegetable. Unless that's your thing. But open it like that. And just go like this. Go around with it. And then you... I like for all my food to be done at the same time. So you're going to take in monitor or your cube steak should be ready to be flipped over now. Like so. Just let them cook. Once you have no red in the middle, it's only lightly pink in the middle of your cube steaks, then I'll show you the next step. As far as gravy, I made it a couple days ago, so I don't have to remake it fresh again. Because I'm just going to reuse what I have left. But when I made it, any beef you make, any type of beef, you just put in another pan. You just put some soy sauce. You put 1 whole stick and 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan. About a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. You take about 2.5 cups of pancake batter, because I didn't have flour, so I used pancake batter for my thickening agent. I used Slap Your Mama seasoning. I did about 3.5 shakes of the Slap Your Mama seasoning. I had 2 shakes of the Slap Your Mama seasoning in my pancake batter. I also had a tiny bit, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar in my pancake batter as well. But while you're making the gravy, you take and you start out with about 2 cups of water, and then it depends on how much gravy you need for your family, and how thin or how thick you would like it. But I also added garlic salt into my gravy mixture. I had put almost an entire packet of onion soup mix, comes in a box like this, into my gravy mix. And then I put a little bit of pepper, some basil, minced onion, and I put some parsley. And then I turned the stove on, kept stirring, and as I was stirring, I started adding my pancake batter that had the sugar and seasonings in it, into my mixture that had my soy sauce, melted butter, 2 cups of water, and a few seasonings I put in the pan. And then I just started taking water and adding more water to it to make it as thin as I would like. Because it's been in the refrigerator for a couple days, I'm going to heat it up. Once the meat's mostly done, I'm going to heat it up in the pan and I'm going to add a little more water to it to thin it out a little more. So we're going to wait till the meat's almost done. Hold on. Okay, now I'm going to add this. This is, like I said, the gravy. I've already told you on the video how I make my gravy in another pan separate, but I've already made this one. So now I'm just putting it in the pan to heat it up. Food. Now that that's just about done, we're gonna get the. I'm actually making. Today, I'm making stovetop traditional sage stuffing from a box. Just 1.5. You just follow the directions on the box. It's 1.5 cups of water and a 1/4 cup of butter, which is 4 tablespoons of butter. Here's gonna be the rest of this butter that's right here. So in your peas, now that you started it, add some of that onion soup packet mixture. Add a little bit to this. Now that you got the rest of your package. I've already. Okay. Oh. You can still see it. Sorry if the lighting's bad. Here. That's just about done. Alright, now once your peas start to boil, then you want to start mixing everything that you poured on top. And okay, that's done. Some cube steaks with my homemade gravy, peas, and stuffing. I'm going to pause this so I can get the plates plated up, and then I'll show you how it looks when it's done.